And how you doing? This is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football.com Marine Report. It is time now for week 5. Is it week 15? It can't be that. No way. It is week 14. College football. Last week before bowl season begins. I know week 15 is the last week, official week, because of Navy versus Army. By the way, I'll make my pick right there, going with Navy over Army. This is sort of the pick. Talk about a little bit about college football this week, especially with the University of Tennessee, which is an absolute disaster. There's just a bunch of schools that are looking for coaching spots in that. Arkansas, of course, let go Brett Bielema. Nebraska made it official with the lingo of Riley, and they're going to go with, I guess the big thing is with Frost. Should be interesting, but if they go with Frost, that's a great pick. I do think it's going to be a weird year. I think that we're not going to be looking at the college coaches that are leaving till February or March, because this has become a new fad of some scandal coming. So I think there's going to be a lot of scandals coming from just what I've been hearing. A lot of BS that doesn't deserve to be a scandal, but will probably be a scandal. So it should be interesting. So let's start the week, last week of high school college football. USC versus Stanford. I'm going to go for USC. Florida State were playing, I think it was from the Hurricane, against Louisiana, whatever, Monroe. Florida State, Toledo at Akron, Toledo. By the way, Florida State has lost 2 top recruits. Have decommitted from Florida State that are from Illinois. So look out for them for Lovie Smith back and play for both of them. Central Florida versus Memphis. I'm going to go with Central Florida. Florida Atlantic versus North Texas. Florida Atlantic. Florida International versus UMass Florida International. Oklahoma, TCU, Oklahoma. Georgia Southern versus Coastal Carolina. I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina. Georgia State versus Idaho. I'm going to go with Idaho. Appalachian State versus Louisiana Lafayette. Appalachian State. Auburn versus Georgia. Big game, huge game. Auburn versus Georgia in the SEC championship game. I am going to go with Georgia for the upset. Georgia with the upset. I know it's crazy, but I'm going to do Georgia with the upset. New Mexico State versus South Alabama. South Alabama. Arkansas State versus Troy. Arkansas State. Boise State versus Fresno State. I'm going to go Fresno State. Huge ACC championship game. Clemson versus Miami. I'm going to go with Miami for the upset. Ohio State versus Wisconsin. That's a tough game. But I'm going to go for Ohio State just for some reason. Might as well stick with Ohio State. So this is the last one before I do my bowl pick'ems. Navy. I have Navy versus Army just because Army won last year. I think Navy's going to get back at it. So with Coach Ken. I think this has been a very interesting college season. I think the SEC college coaching ranks, some of the firings made absolutely no sense. I think some of the schools are going to be stuck with a few stinkers as coaches. And I think the SEC is going to be in for a sort of some bad seasons with some teams. Big Ten still looking strong. ACC is looking very strong. And Pac-12, again, knocked themselves out. So, again, it is what it is. But it's going to be an interesting next year, and especially for recruiting. So, remember, keep it here, deepdishfootball.com, for everything about high school football in Illinois, all the recruiting news and everything else. Please follow me, Coach McP, and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you guys so much, and that was my last of the college pick'em, and then go to College Bowl pick'em in probably about 2 weeks. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.